Hey everybody, welcome to Therapeutic Value. My name is Justin Spillis. So this week I want to talk about overdose. Um, Being an addict, that's something that we deal with on a daily basis. Seems like every time I turn on the news or read the newspaper or something, there's another overdose in my town or surrounding town. So we're gonna talk about overdose. We need to talk about what addiction is. So addiction is a disease. All right. Like any other disease, it impacts not just the one struggling, but it impacts their family, their friends, their communities. Um, Addiction is like a snowball. All right, you don't just wake up one day and decide to mainline heroin. No, it starts small. Think about a snowball rolling down a hill. The further it rolls, bigger it gets, the more destructive it gets until it consumes everything in its path. Um, it's deadly. Addiction can kill you. Not everybody makes it out. Um, Not everybody can beat it. So it's not that it's like cancer or something where your body can't fight it and it's a medical thing. It's mostly mental. I mean, yeah, coming off drugs is a physical withdrawal and that sucks. But I feel like when I was in active addiction, I couldn't grasp the concept of being sober. Being a productive member of being a productive member of society, it was crazy to me. Like I didn't understand how people could do that. So I just feel like some people are doomed. Um, it's because they don't want to get clean. They don't want to get sober. So since fentanyl became popular about a decade ago, it has taken more lives than every major war we have been a part of combined. It kills thousands of people every month. I feel like we're dropping like flies. Every other week, I see on social media that somebody that I know, somebody that I care about, has died from this addiction, from this disease. So even even me, I've overdosed a ridiculous amount of times, a stupid amount of time. And if it wasn't for Narcan, I wouldn't be alive. So Narcan is a nasal spray that if somebody is overdosing, you pump it, it's a spray, goes right into their nose, and it can save their life. It's tiny, it's small. Like you can fit this in your purse, you could fit it in your backpack, your glove box. If you or someone you know and love is suffering from addiction, or if you're in recovery and you're around people who are, and you're not carrying Narcan, you're wrong. This little thing can save someone's life. You can be a hero. You can make the change and help someone. All right. So I want to show you a short instructional video on how to use Narcan. Please, just if you watch any of this, just watch this video. It can help save a life.
911, what's your emergency?
All right, so the next thing I want to talk about is a story from the New York Post. Um, a veteran NYPD officer who boasted about loving her job allegedly sold fentanyl and heroin while on duty. Um, Female NYPD officer who boasted about loving her job so much is busted this week for allegedly dealing large quantities of narcotics. Grace Rose Bays was arrested along with Cesar Martinez of Yonkers and charged with conspiracy to distribute narcotics and distribution of narcotics. Bays 37, Martinez 42. They tried to sell narcotics to a federal informant. Let's see. Bays of the Bronx gave the informant a sample of what she said was top quality fentanyl in a Mentos candy container on Tuesday. She then told the informant she could sell them a kilo of heroin for $25,000 and 800 grams of fentanyl, negotiated on the purity of the drug. Um, she's been a cop for a little over 10 years. She had multiple meetings with the informant. It says, what else? She was working desk duty at an NYPD facility while arranging the meetings. She's been negotiating prices to sell kilograms of narcotics. So Bays met the informant in Yonkers on Thursday, handed over a package containing suspected narcotics, including 1 kilogram and 400 kilograms of heroin. Okay, that's just the heroin. Also, sold him 640 grams of fentanyl labeled 640 manzana. She was arrested the same day. After arresting Bays, officers went to her home in Yonkers that she shared with Martinez and found more narcotics that he was throwing out of the apartment. Inside the apartment, they found kilogram press machine, also additional narcotics that he was trying to throw away. Um, let's see what they got. So in 2020, she was put on modified duty and was accused of misconduct. Wonder what for. So she has been suspended without pay, and she's facing dozens of years in prison. So this is funny. Back in 2020, whenever she got put on probation at work, she made an Instagram post saying, "I will never apologize for picking a career I love to do. There's always a bad one or two in the bunch, but that's not me." Okay, looks like it was. So I feel like if you are a public servant, if you're a cop and you're selling drugs to people, you should get twice the sentence as somebody else. Um, People look to you for protection. And if you're selling drugs that are killing thousands of people, you deserve to be in prison for twice as long as, just Joe Schmo selling weed to feed his family, whatever. I feel like they should make an example out of this lady, um, put her under a prison somewhere. So I really want to hear your thoughts and comments on this. You know, hit the comments box. Leave me what you got. Now it's time for Messing Around Monday. So the topic got me thinking about a story. Back whenever I was in active addiction, I would stay up for days and days and days on meth. And normally I would, just pass out from exhaustion. But there were the occasions that I needed some help to get to sleep. So on one occasion, I ended up going to a drug dealer's house to get some heroin or some fentanyl or something to come down. And I'm sitting at the table in this drug dealer's kitchen, and apparently I blacked out. I wake up to not only the drug dealer but everyone that was in this trap house standing around me on the couch, and I'm like, "Oh, what happened?" And the look on this drug dealer's face when he told me that, he had to Narcan me twice, he said, "Bro, I didn't think you were coming back." And just the fear in this grown man's face, it did something to me. Um, that was the last time that I overdosed. If he wouldn't have had Narcan, I wouldn't be here today. And I know there are a lot of you that have similar stories, and it's a testament. They were prepared. I'm not saying that you know anything about being a drug dealer is okay. It's not. but he knew the risk, and he was he was equipped. Um, so after I left, I left everything that I had brought, everything that I had bought on the table, and I started walking home that night. Whenever I made it home, I laid in my bed and I cried. And I thought to myself, never again. And that's what happened. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Um, Thank you for supporting the cause. My name is Justin Spillis, and this is Therapeutic Value.